Welcome back. Statewide, at least 40 people have been hospitalized and 4 people have been killed since November, all linked to the ingestion of wild mushrooms.
In the East Bay, KRON4 Philippe Djegal hiked with mushroom enthusiasts on a recent foray. They show us subtle differences between the deadly and non-poisonous mushrooms.
Bright and early, Liz Vermillion and Justin McDavid hit the trails looking for fungi to examine and study.
No, I don't have a degree in mycology, but I've learned so much from being part of these societies.
All of the mushrooms they come across traversing the parks in the East Bay are safe to touch, smell, and even taste. But if ingested, the poisonous ones can be deadly.
These look like amanitas with the stems.
Someone picked
stipes. This, I don't see the cap anywhere. My guess is that someone picked them and then chucked them over here.
The tricky thing is the bad mushrooms closely resemble ones that are safe to eat, differentiated by minor details that take years of experience to confidently determine.
This looks similar to a death cap. It does have that kind of tan cap. It has a veil, maybe a bulbous base, but this is in the Agaricus genus. And the deadly poisonous mushroom that's all over the news is in the Amanita genus.
Vermillion and McDavid are members of Bay Area Applied Mycology, a nonprofit group of amateur mycologists who hike and gather mushrooms together for educational purposes.
Start slow. My entire first year of mushrooms, I just took pictures of them. Like I didn't eat a single one of them. And then at the end of the year, I went back and I was like, oh, I could have eaten this one, I could have eaten this one, but I made it through the year without making myself sick.
A colder summer followed by consistent rain in the winter, accelerating wild mushroom growth much earlier than usual. The result, more Amanita phalloides, more commonly known as death cap mushrooms.
The death cap, Amanita phalloides, contains amatoxins that, if ingested, inhibit your body of producing proteins. So it just cycles through your body and shuts down your liver and kidneys.
Amanita is the genus. Phalloides is the species. Amanita has native species that are safe to consume like these, but phalloides is not. It is invasive, deadly, and looks edible, though with key subtle differences. The cap is typically yellowish-green and contains a partial skirt-like veil underneath.
This is an Amanita phalloides that I found in Marin under oaks. This was in October, and there was just a huge flush of them in just one particular spot. This is a similar-looking Amanita, but this one is edible. One way to distinguish this from a death cap is the color of the cap, and it's absent of that partial veil that will not have a skirt. Another thing you can look at really closely is it has these striate margins right here. A death cap will not have that. So it's kind of like if you take a comb and you leave like little comb indentations around the cap right here. That's what it reminds me of.
Between November 18th and January 6th, ingested wild mushrooms in California were linked to 3 deaths, 3 liver transplants, and 35 hospitalizations. The California Department of Health issued a health advisory responding to what the agency calls an outbreak of amatoxin poisoning. Last month, Contra Costa Health says a Hispanic man in his 60s died after eating wild mushrooms foraged at a regional park in the county. The health department says, quote, preliminary information indicates the man may have mistaken the mushroom for a variety that is edible in his home country. Some edible mushrooms closely resemble toxic species found in California, including the death cap mushroom, which can be deadly even in small amounts.
There are not really legal public areas to go picking around here. You either need to make friends with someone who has private property
or obtain permits to legally forage on public land. Liz Vermillion and Justin McDavid stress education is key when heading to parks to observe and study mushrooms, and there is certainly a lot to explore. In Contra Costa County, Philippe Djegal, KRON4 News.
The State Department of Public Health says about 60% of the people poisoned by wild mushrooms spoke Spanish as their first language. Health officials are stressing that cooking, boiling, freezing, or drying poisonous mushrooms does not make them safe to eat.